Yeah, my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend,
She does,
sorry.
yeah, she does. Yes.
When are you going to
easy.
propose?
Huh?
When are you going to propose?
Never, if possible.
No. But honestly, look at me.
Yeah.
How long you guys been dating?
13 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't you think it's time?
No.
Yes.
I've literally been. What's funny? We've been together 13 years. I've been divorced for like 6 months.
Oh.
It took forever.
Oh, so you were already.
Got it.
I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Oh, so you'll never do it again.
I'll give her paperwork. If I die, you could have the house.
Oh, right. Right.
You already live there.
But what is it about the complexities of it? I mean, I'm sure when you she's constantly, you're still in your life, you don't get the divorce, right? Your ex-wife?
You're not anymore.
Yeah, I know. But for that whole time, she probably was
still
gives you an
existed
excuse to
even
call you and the legal
Oh yeah. It was brutal.
Wow.
It was. Well, someone told me with you never married, right? But like someone told me with divorce, the reason I even started pushing for it after all those years, because I was like, everything's kind of copacetic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is, no big deal. But when I started like pushing for it, it got like shitty quick.
Wow.
And but the guy who told me to, he's like, dude, please move forward, was a lawyer out here who was representing a celebrity, an actor, and he called me from the parking lot of the courthouse where he was just like, he just had his biggest loss, and he said he was representing his buddy, the actor, who was with it, same thing. Like they were separated for a decade or more, but they stayed for the kids, like, you know, together, not together, but like everyone's friendly. They didn't live together, but everyone got along good and met their significant others and all that. And then I guess he wanted to, and in that time, while they were not together, but still married technically, he got a very big show. That was on for a while.
They wait for the show.
And then when he when he goes, hey, I actually want to marry my girlfriend or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we have to get divorced. I guess when she went to court, she was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, look, here's pictures of us last Christmas together. And this and again. I'm like, oh, and Thanksgiving. And you're like, yo, that's kind of what happens like to me a little bit. It was like, yeah.
Now, but can I ask you? You don't have to answer, but I'm very curious.
In fairness, I did not get housed like he did.
Yeah,
for sure. But
when did you meet your wife? What year? How old were you?
21 or 2.
And then when did it start going bad? I mean, when you thought like, I want to get out.
Yeah, how long in?
I probably knew we shouldn't have been together. The problem is I was 21, fat kid, insecure, always.
Right.
My ex-wife, very pretty.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I was excited to get with her when I got with her. And then, but very quickly, I moved to New York.
Yeah.
And then you're in the clubs and she's not there every night. And then I just was like, I had no line at all. Like when I walked out of the house, I was like, well, this is my world here now.
I see.
And even after like my daughter was born, even when my daughter was born, it was the same kind of thing. It's like, yeah, well, Sundays we always go to dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
And then we go home and watch like TV together, and then they go to bed, and then I go play video games or dick around, and then the rest of the week is like she comes home from work and I go do comedy.
Right.
And while I'm doing comedy, I'm lying to some woman about something, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a thing. I remember when I got caught one time, she asked, it was such a funny question, but like such a real answer. She was like, what do you think about me and your daughter, like when you're doing these things on the road? And I was like, literally nothing, like completely out of my mind. And by the way, in a way that like, it's probably the mechanism just going like, I'm not doing it because I don't want to come back home. And, you know, until it was that, until like, you know, just time ran its course. But in the beginning I was like, no, I'm excited. We go to the movies and do whatever on Saturday. On Sunday, it's the best. He goes, yeah, just like, you know, just don't come out with me Monday. That's like when we all go to karaoke right around the corner from the comedy club, and like there's you know, girls from Iowa that are there and they want to blow anybody. So like I got wrapped in that. So it was like and by that point I knew we shouldn't be together, but there was such a thing with my daughter. Like I definitely couldn't have afforded to be present at all. Like I know, and my dad left when I was pretty young, so I didn't want that to go through that. But I saw very quickly, like if I moved out and stuff, like how fast where it's like, oh, you didn't see her for 2 weeks. Oh, you didn't see her for 3. You know what I mean? Wow. And you're like a deadbeat dad, and I'm like, no. Till she was 12, I was able to hang in there.
Oh, cool. Is she still in your life, your daughter? Obviously, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She better be my wife if I pay her goddamn right.
But you're rising, right? I feel like you're always rising.
I hope.
No, you are. You know what I mean?
Slow burn.
Dude, I've had the slow burn too.
Yeah, no,
I prefer slow burn than.
I genuinely, I don't know what I would have done. I felt with getting to see people like Pete Davidson and stuff, kind of go the way they. I think Pete's, great. It's not a dig on him at all.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have done any better. I'm like handling that that
Would've
world.
been a fucking
I'm still at 47 years old. There's still like when I meet celebrities I've never met before, I'm still like I place importance on them. Like it's stupid for them to.
Why?
And when they're like, dude, I love your stuff. Whenever that happens,
yeah.
Like there's a couple of those musicians like Marcus King and Gary Clark Jr., a very big comedy fan.
Yeah.
And when they're fans, I'm still I'm still like, Mr. Sarah, I'm going to be in Austin, so if you want to like come by my show, they're like, we can come to your show, and I'm like, no, I'm saying like I'd like you to come.
Right.
So if you would come to my show, almost, and they're like, no, it's pretty cool. You're like inviting us to the show. I'm like, is it?
I know. So when me and Andrew were in Australia, we're in Melbourne, and Andrew just goes, we have some friends coming. I have some friends coming, right? And so backstage it was Dakota Fanning.
Oh yeah.
Right. And as soon as I saw her,
Love Dakota Fanning.
I love her too. She's so talented. But I change. I become meek and quiet, and she's like at my show.
Oh.
Right. And I'm like, oh, you want a beverage? We got an open bar, whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why we're like that. Because they feel like they're the real celebrity and we're imposters.
Absolutely.
Do you feel
imposter
that?
syndrome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like an imposter.
When I was,
I haven't dealt with this yet, so it's interesting hearing.
When I was
little dick blacks are going to go up. Yeah, you'll get it.
on the rise.
Yeah, it's on the rise. You'll get it.
One time when I at the Comedy Cellar years back, I took a gig. The Comedy Cellar, now all the rooms at the Village Underground are comedy. But before there was one room that was karaoke, and I needed the money, so I would do, for the owners of the Comedy Cellar, I would run karaoke on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Because like friends would come hang and stuff anyway. We didn't like hate it that much. But it's a little also embarrassing doing that because they would also sometimes have after parties from like John Oliver show or taping or whatever, Premium Blend.
Right.
And the worst one of those ever was a girl came up at one of those after parties. Emily Heller, she's a comic.
I know her.
Yeah. But like I didn't know her at the time, and she came up and did like the dollar bill with the thing, and she was like, and she didn't know who I was, and she was like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Oh no, it's okay. Like you'll be up soon. There's not a lot of people. Like I'll get you up soon." And she's like, "Okay," and she's like, "No, take it. It's like it's a good job." And I'm like, "No, it's totally fine." And she took off and went off, and then came back over like 5 minutes later, and she goes, "Oh my God," she goes, "I'm so embarrassed. I just realized," she goes, I'm opening for you in San Francisco next weekend. The Punchline.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, huh.